Yo, this is Sparing Myself the Pain, a rundown of all the negative things that I'll miss out on by being a marriage free and child free woman. Let's get into it. Painful thing number 19, severe health problems and or disabilities. Yeah, if you ask the child free community reasons why they don't want to have any children, the possibility of having a child with disabilities is something that comes up a lot. Some people, they realize that they don't actually have what it takes to, be a full time caretaker to a child who has like not what is it, low functioning autism, Down syndrome, anything that would lead to them requiring round the clock care and supervision. If they are wheelchair bound, unable to feed themselves, unable to go to the bathroom on their own, a lot of people know that they can't handle it. And then, even if you have health insurance, there's no guarantee that your health insurance will cover the cost of having a full time nurse. But welcome to America. I know that there are a lot of programs in place specifically for this, but there are people out there, myself included, who would just rather not risk it. Now, can I speak from experience? When it comes to a disability like this, I can. My cousin is actually nonverbal autistic. Let's see, he's 10 years younger than me, so that would make him 27. Yeah. If my math is math, and then he's 27 and he is nonverbal, he will never be independent and he will never be able to live on his own. Now, something that really does piss me off is social media, the TikTok moms, the Instagram moms who act like disabilities are no big deal. They act like Down syndrome is cute, like it's not a something that is going to impact their child's life when they reach adulthood. Like, I don't know what they expect to gain by living in this fantasy world. Like, yeah, when they're babies and they're cute and they smile a lot and they're all chubby and adorable, sure, it might not seem like a big deal then, but they're going to be 30 years old one day, potentially. How is that 30-year-old with Down syndrome going to be able to cope with adult life? Will they be able to work? Will they be able to live alone? Okay, and if not, what exactly is your plan? There are people that I've seen on social media that have kids that are deaf or blind or no arms, and they act like it's no big deal. It will be a big deal to them once they realize how much more difficult their life is. I think it's really trashy to use a child's disability for social media clout. This shit is exploitive. There are people out here who have genetic conditions and genetic defects and know about it and will still have biological kids. And they have the fucking nerve to call us selfish. What are you? And it's not just disabilities, it's like health problems like cancer. Cancer is pretty common in kids. I don't have the exact stats in front of me right now, but it's pretty common in kids to have like leukemia, um, brain tumors, and things like that. Are you emotionally and financially prepared to deal with something like that? Do you live anywhere near a children's hospital? Will your insurance cover the cost, or will you end up millions of dollars in debt trying to save a child that ends up dying anyway? There's even the possibility that they might be injured in an accident later in life and, rely on you. If you get into a car accident when they're 8 or 9 years old and they lose their legs, are you able to deal with it? If there's a house fire and they end up being severely burned, are you able to deal with it? It seems like some people just they go through life making choices based on this assumption that nothing will ever go wrong. They are bombarded with proof of things going wrong all the time, but they still choose to live in this fantasy world. And therefore, they don't prepare for anything. The saying goes, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. But they don't. They hope for the best and prepare for absolutely nothing. If your child is born with severe food allergies and can't eat dairy or eggs or wheat or red meat, are you willing to keep those items out of your house? If they have, a congenital heart defect and require multiple surgeries or even a transplant, are you able to deal with that? There are so many things that could possibly go wrong in the cases of like multiple birth, twins or triplets that are born severely premature and have to be in the NICU for months. Are you able to deal with that? Having children with severe health problems or disabilities can absolutely destroy your relationship. Are you willing to risk your relationship for potentially imperfect children? Some people are, and it blows my mind. It's like you meet somebody and you click with them, you connect with them, and you want to spend the rest of your life with them, but you're willing to risk destroying your relationship by bringing children into the mix without even pausing for 30 seconds to consider how horribly wrong it can go. I know that some people are able to deal with it, but I wouldn't be. I would hate my life and I would be absolutely destroyed by guilt. Because, you choose to create children, you are the cause of their existence, so you are the cause of all of their suffering. And then the possibility, if you have other children, other healthy children, your time and resources will be taken away from them. So that can make them resentful. It can make them bitter. People really need to consider all the possible outcomes of choosing to have kids. And they don't. They just assume that everything will be perfect and awesome. But yeah, I've thought long and hard about it, and to me, it is a risk that I am not willing to take ever. Especially now at my age, I'm almost 40, so having a child this late in life, the potential for genetic defects has increased. I know that some people out here are having babies in their 40s or even in their 50s, and it's a really foolish thing to do. Remember, your life is yours to live, and you don't have to explain yourself